Now I'm gonna click this to move the first row down. Look, the first has been moved down. Hello, welcome back to appianseekho. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video, we will learn how to allow users to move rows up and down within an editable grid in Appian. So without wasting further more time, let's get started. So I've already set up the editable grid to display data that consists of a list of items with item and quantity fields. Okay, and here is how a grid looks with sample data. Each row represents an item and we will be adding icons to move these rows. Okay, so to add icons to each row, we first have to add two more columns, right? So here I'll just copy this and paste in here underneath this. Okay, two more grid layout header cell, and we'll just get rid of this label. Okay, now to add icons, we use rich text display field component. Okay, so here I'm gonna use rich text display field component. Let me just copy this and paste it underneath this. Okay, let's set up the move up button first. Here I'm gonna use value parameter and then a bang rich text icon. Icon is gonna be this arrow up. Okay, and now I have to make it clickable, right? When clicked, the row should move up. So here I'm just gonna use link parameter, link, and with the help of dynamic link I'm gonna make it clickable. Okay, now let's add the move down button. Similarly, we have to configure the last column with an arrow down button to move rows down when clicked. Okay, I'll just change this to down. There we go. Okay, with the icons in place, it's time to implement the row movement logic. Okay, we will be using a function to handle that. Let's first implement it for the move up button. Okay, so here in save into parameter of dynamic link, I will first be storing the current row in a local variable. Okay, so for that, let me declare a local variable, local current item, and in here I will use a bang save to store the current row in that variable. Okay, so target is gonna be local current item and value is gonna be fp item. That represents the current row. When clicked, it is gonna identify the current row and store the same in this local variable. Let me quickly show that by clicking this row. There you go. Let me just wrap it inside curly braces as we are going to have a list of a bang save. On click of that icon, we are gonna update this list, right? So for that, I will be using update function. So the target is gonna be local items. Okay, and here I'm gonna use update function to update the data. Basically, we have to swap the data with the row above it. If this row is clicked, I'm gonna swap this data with the row above it, with this row, right? If this is clicked, then I'm gonna swap this with the row above it, this one, right? Second one. So to do that, we are using update function, which takes three parameters: data, index, and value. So data is gonna be my local items, as this is the list which needs to be updated because this is the variable which is holding my data, right? Local items and index. If this clicked, then we have to move this row up one position, right? So for that, index should be current index minus 1. The current index for the second row is 2. 2 minus 1. So fp index minus 1, and then comes the value with which we want to update this list at this index. So value is gonna be the current row, right? The selected one, the clicked one. So fp item. Okay, second row is gonna take the position of first row, but first row has to come down, right? If I am moving this up, this first row has to come down, one position down. So I'm gonna update this data again to move the above row down. A bang update, wrap it inside update function. Okay, as this is going to be my data which needs to be updated. Okay, then index is gonna be the current index, right? Because this row has to take the position of this row. If this row is clicked, this has to move up and this has to move down, for which the position is the current index, right? FP index, and the value is gonna be this row, the row above it. So for that, instead of storing the current item in this local current item, we will be storing the row above the clicked row. Let's say if this is the clicked row, then we have to store the row above the clicked row, right, which is this, and the position of the row which is above the clicked row would be the current index minus 1. Correct? So we know the position of the row which is above the clicked row, right? So with the help of index, we will be retrieving that row from this local items. Okay, FP index minus 1. So let's say this second row is clicked. For that, index would be 2. Now I would want to swap this with the row above it, which is this, and for that the index is 1, which is going to be FP index minus 1. We can easily identify the index of the clicked row. With the help of current index, we can get the index of the row above it by just subtracting 1 from the current index, right? So here I am just storing the row above the clicked row in this local current item. Now I have to swap the same with this local current item. So value is gonna be local current item. Okay, so let's just test this out and see if the rows reorder correctly. Okay, I am gonna click this row, second row. Look, they have been swapped, right? This has taken the position of the first row and the first row has taken the position of the second row. Similarly, we have to implement the logic for move down icon. Okay, I'm gonna just copy this, save into, and we'll paste the same over here. So for move up, we are storing the row above the clicked row in this current item. Okay, similarly for move down, we will be storing the row below the clicked row. Let's say if this row is clicked, third row is clicked, I will be storing the row below the clicked row, which is this fourth, okay, in a local variable. So for that, let me just quickly declare a local variable, local move down. Let's name it as move down, and we'll just have to replace this with the variable which I have just declared, move down, and this also has to be replaced, move down. Cool. From this local items, we are retrieving the one which is above the clicked row. Okay, now we have to retrieve the one which is below the clicked row. So for that, index is gonna be current index plus 1, right? So here just have to replace it with plus. Okay, let's say if the current index is 3, it is gonna retrieve the row which is sitting at position 4, 3 plus 1, 4 from this local items. And this update function is updating this local items at this index, current index minus 1. Okay, let's say if this is clicked, has to be moved down. So for that, index is gonna be current index plus 1. Okay, plus 1. This is going to be the position, and this row has to be replaced with the current row. Okay, FB item, which is correct. Now in order to be able to swap two rows, I will have to update the list again. So for that, I'm using update function again. Okay, data is going to be this, a bang update, index is going to be FB index and value with which I want to update my data, which is going to be local moveDown, wherein I'm storing the row below the clicked row, right? Local moveDown. So that's done. Let's just test this out and see if it works smoothly. Okay, test. Before I go ahead and test this out, we have to keep in mind that there are some boundaries which we need to handle, like not moving up if already at the top, or not moving down if already at the bottom. So to handle that, we will be using show when condition. Okay, over here, show when. We will not be showing this icon if already at the bottom. Okay, not FB is last. Okay, and for move up, we will be using another show when, and we will not be showing this if already at the top. Okay, not FB is first. Cool. See, the icons are hidden. For the first row, move up icon is hidden, and for the last row, move down icon is hidden. Cool. Now let's just test this out and see if it works smoothly. I'm gonna move this row up, third row up. This has been moved up and the second row has been moved down. Okay, now I'm gonna click this to move the first row down. Look, the first has been moved down and the second row has been moved up. And that's it. We have successfully added functionality to move rows up and down within an editable grid. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials. And if you have any questions or need further assistance, drop a comment below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.